Well, first impressions of everyone you're throwing to, everyone you're working with, and coaching staff, kind of everything that goes into first spring practice.
I thought it was good. You know, a lot of routes on air, a lot of, you know, just timing with receivers, with tight ends, with running backs. You know, I thought it was a really clean first day. A lot of completions. You know, guys running the right routes and really, you know, breaking where they should be breaking. So I thought it was pretty clean.
Did you pick up where you left off with Paul?
Yeah, I think you know, obviously there's a little bit of a learning curve as far as, you know, terminology that I haven't used since spring of 2011, I guess. But it really did. It came back pretty quick. You know, I guess with my experience of learning offenses, it's, you know, it's coming a lot easier. There's only so many combinations you can have. There's only so many ways you can call something. So yeah, it really came back pretty quick.
Coach said you might be throwing to Tanner a little bit this season. What's the relationship been like throughout this whole change of position, this whole process?
It's been good. I worked a lot with you know, him and the rest of the receivers in the off season. I guess in the winter. You know, just working our routes, working our timing, and you know, we weren't sure what he was going to be playing, but you know, it never hurts you to run around and catch the ball. So I thought he looked really good doing that. I mean, he's a big, athletic guy. He's fast, so I think he's someone who could, you know, help us in a lot of different places.
How different is the spring for you, knowing you're going to get the starter reps?
I mean, it's nice. It's you know, it's nice knowing that, you know, you're going to be working with the first team, and you know, obviously it's still a competition, but what Coach Chryst always says is you always just want to make that competition against yourself. You know, spring is a tremendous opportunity to learn the offense even better, and to just really build chemistry with the guys. You know, we're not, at the end of the spring, we're not playing a game. You know, the spring game is basically a scrimmage against yourself anyways. So we don't need to be ready to play a game until September. So, you know, this spring it's about building chemistry, building that timing, building that relationship with the rest of the guys in the offense, and ultimately with the team as a whole.
Do you feel up to that challenge of Alabama?
Yeah. You know, not yet, but we don't need to be ready quite yet. You know, I know it's going to be a tremendous challenge for us week one, but I really like, you know, with the way that spring ball started, it's only day one, but, you know, I think we got a lot of guys on the team who are, you know, going to be in position to help us, and you know, there's no better way to start your season than with a team like that.
With Corey getting a bigger workload this year, obviously, what have you seen from him from the off-season workouts to prepare for the spring, I guess?
I think Corey's really done a tremendous job, you know, looking like stepping into that role. Obviously, Melvin was a tremendous running back, but he's not here anymore. And, you know, Corey for the past 2 years has been a very good, very dependable running back, and I think he's really excited to kind of step into that role of being, you know, the number one running back here, being the guy who's getting the most carries. And, you know, I think, you know, the running back tradition will just continue to go the way it always has been.
Do you feel it's important to have roles set early on here as opposed to developing them throughout the spring season?
You know, I think, you know, there's always room for development in everyone. You don't necessarily want to, you know, be too set in too many roles for all these guys, but, you know, guys have to come in with, you know, an attitude of that they're going to be the guy playing, that they're going to be the one who's ready to take the reps, who's ready to kind of step into that role. And, you know, I think we got a lot of guys who are ready to fill some voids that we may have lost from last year. And, you know, I think today was a good first step.
Health-wise, is it nice for you to actually be on the field and take some of the reps, whereas last year you had to kind of focus on rehabbing your shoulder a little bit?
Absolutely. You know, it feels a lot better just, you know, not having to go through that whole issue of, you know, throwing some days, not throwing other days, but depending on how I'm feeling. You know, I felt good since June, and it hasn't really bothered me since. I was able to make it through 9 games, 10 games, whatever it was last year, and, you know, feel good all the way through. So I'm excited about, you know, really having the opportunity to be healthy all the way through spring ball, all the way through the summer workouts, and see where the season can go.
How about the depth at quarterback that you guys have now? You know, what are you seeing from all the younger guys and the new guys, you know, and working out with them?
Yeah, I think we got a lot of good guys at the quarterback position. You know, with the 2 young guys who both came in this offseason, came in early, that's just a tremendous opportunity for them to really, you know, get their feet wet in college football, really kind of understand what we're trying to do offensively. That's something that I did when I was, you know, 5 years ago or whatever. But, you know, I know right away it's kind of eye-opening to see how quick the game is going. But I think, you know, Coach Chryst and the staff has done a good job not throwing too much at us too soon, and really just getting an opportunity to, you know, be ahead of that learning curve going into the summer.
So what sorts of goals are you setting for the senior class?
You know, I think this is a very good senior class. I think, you know, we've done a lot of good things over our, 3 years of eligibility to play, and I think the sky's the limit for us as long as we let it be. I think we got a lot of good players, we got a very good coaching staff in place, and we just got to take every day for what it's worth, get better every day, and just take it from there.